2K Sports here to present you the NBA Eastern Conference semifinals. It's Game 4, and one that could go down in the books. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony courtside. On our sidelines tonight, reporting Allie LaForce. You look at the Knicks. Stretching out a home win tonight will be absolutely critical for them, trailing 2-1 in the series.
Yeah, and the goal is to win tonight. Make it a best-of-3 series. They already know they're going to have to get one on the road, which is going to be tough enough. But if they can get this one, then they've got a shot.
Yeah, they really do. And the task at hand is where their focus has to be. They can't be thinking about down the road, on the road. They've got to take care of business right here. Because anything less than 100% focus and intensity, and they'll be done.
Now, here's Jokic. Some nice passing by New York here. 6 to shoot. Here's Murray Boyle. And he banks in the layup.
Just a grinder. Always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass. And that's one of the things he brings to the table.
Got that one up quick. Look at Milwaukee. Well, Greg, this is the moment when they can take command of the series.
Yeah, a win here on the road gives them at least 2 chances to close it out at home. That's a nice insurance policy for a team to have. An extra motivation to get the win and the cushy 3-1 lead.
Big time motivation, you're right. Now, here's Curry, following the miss by Jokic. Out left to the wing. Back to Curry. Launches a 3. A putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Takes so much work to keep Giannis off the glass. He's got that great length and athleticism. Boy, he's a real problem on the boards.
Now, here's Jokic. The shot by Murray Boyles, no good. Now, here's Wells. Here's Messi. Here's the 3. The shot by Wells, no good.
Sometimes it's more about what the defense is doing on that possession. They were all over him on the perimeter.
Here's Murray Boyle. It's good on the putback.
Jokic is an absolute beast. He does it all at the offensive end. Scoring, passing, rebounding, stuffs the stat sheet in a big way.
Now here's Jokic with it, and Curry picks him up defensively, and it's good for 2. Jokic has got his second bucket.
Smooth jumper by Jokic. Not going to let anything break up his concentration.
Pass to Brown. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, good job to take him right at him.
Yeah, really left him no choice there. He had the foul and keep him from converting the easy buckets.
And the first one drops.
Look, every season Christian Brown continues to show improvement. And that is a testament to his work ethic. He's got great passion and work ethic. That combination allows you to improve.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thanks. Yes, New York's head coach and I were able to chat. Coach reminded his guys that Giannis is one of the most dangerous players out there. He told his forwards that anytime he takes 2 steps, they'll need to impose their will to limit momentum. He said, quote, "If we're intimidated, we've already lost. Step up and deny his path." Kevin?
All right, Allie, thank you for that. Stolen by Brown. Curry with a wide open look. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis.
Off a pass, Steph Curry, that one is always going in, or almost always going in.
Back to Caruso. Pass to Jokic. Curry with the steal. The 17-footer. And another basket for Milwaukee.
Working that in-between area. Steph likes to keep the defense on its heels.
Pass to Hardaway. Back to Caruso. Jokic a screen. Here's Hardaway. Drains it from 17 feet out. Hardaway's got 5.
Hardaway Jr. guys doing a nice job. They're just taking what the defense gives them in the screen and roll. Good decision making.
Here's Giannis. And it's another Milwaukee shot right there going in.
And when he rises up, he knows he's probably going to get a clean look. It's a matter of executing.
You know, for me, it doesn't get any better than seeing big fellas who can use the mid-range jumper to their advantage.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter's good, but not who you want to leave open.
Pass to Brown. Shot clock at 6. And a deep three from Curry. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Hardaway for 3. Giannis grabs the miss.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
It's blocked. Deflects the pass. New York moving it around. In the corner, Hardaway with it. Back to Jokic. Shot by Hield. Nobody around. Offensive rebound. Jokic a screen. Back to Caruso. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Here's Brown. And it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. Here's Curry. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Tim Hardaway picks one up.
When you talk about shot mechanics, Curry is as close as you can get to perfect. I mean, you can tell he puts a lot of work into that part of his game, and it pays off.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Here's Spencer. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving it.
Yeah, the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Jokic with it. Pass to Spencer. And again, it's a New York 3.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here.
From deep, Green knocks down the 3 ball.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Here's Heisman. Still yet to score. They set the screen. Out to Hardaway. The offensive rebound. Pass to Jokic. Sinks the triple.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Back to Curry. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Curry's got 9 points.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
Puts one up from 19. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Trailing by 2. And timeout called by Doc Rivers. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. The Bucks making a switch here. Knicks on defense. At the elbow, it's Antetokounmpo. Over Jokic. Antetokounmpo, no good.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Pass to Shed. Back to Jokic. A rebound by the Bucks. Down his right post. And the wide open shot from Green. Sinks the three-pointer. Green's got 6 points.
When Giannis enters the lane, it just collapses, sucks your defense right in, which opens up the 3-ball.
Here's Caruso. And Thompson sends it back. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson. On defense, Milwaukee. Pass to Shed. Now here's Caruso. Just 2 to shoot. From down low. A nice shot by Spencer. Spencer's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Giannis outside. A shake. And the layup is up and in. He's got 6. New York trailing. To the paint. Over in the corner, Caruso hits the 3-point bomb.
Classic Jokic move right there. The defense is drawn to him inside, so he sends the ball right back out. He plays with such a high IQ.
Post. Antetokounmpo.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for him.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. He's got 8. Got a piece of it. Here's Shed. Pass to Jokic. .46 seconds left here in the first quarter. A beautiful reverse layup.
Really hard to move Jokic off the blocks. He's tough down there.
Here's Giannis. That's him. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Pass to Jokic. Off target from 3-point range.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Now, Fears. Back to Giannis. 13 feet away. And that one, good. Giannis has got 12 points in the game.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Bucks. His work on the glass was outstanding in that quarter. Great rebounding. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And you are back with us live as we bring you continuing coverage of the Eastern Conference semifinals. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers with the hustle stats from Milwaukee.
And just a great job so far applying pressure defensively. The opposition is on their heels with the ball in their hand. Nightmares clamps thus far.
You know, points off turnovers is something else they've excelled in. I expect the opponent at least to try to squeeze that orange a little better.
Here's Murray Boyle.
You got to know where Giannis is at all times, especially when you're around the goal.
There's Green with the three. And Antetokounmpo. Pass to Fears. Here's Post. Rebounded by DeAndre.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game. And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
And we're about a minute into the second quarter play. Giannis inside. It's rebounded by New York. Here's Shed. Scoreless thus far. New York moving the ball around. Healed with it. Now guarded by Antetokounmpo. Here's Murray Boyle. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Now Fears. And it's blocked. Pass to Murray Boyle. Here's Shed. Here's Murray Boyle. And stolen by Fears. Here's Giannis.
And, you know, at almost 7 feet tall, Antetokounmpo is dangerous down inside, really. I mean, the defense has to be physical with him if they want to have a chance at preventing him from scoring in the paint.
2 shots.
And both free throws good for Giannis.
He is creeping up in those all-time conversations. Giannis has won regular season and Finals MVP plus Defensive Player of the Year. Quite the resume, and he is not done for a while.
Here's Fears. And the Bucks miss again. Hardaway for three. Bangs home the trifecta. And it's a 3-point Knicks lead.
You know, Hardaway Jr. has expanded his range over time, and now he's become a very confident shooter when he looks at it from behind the arc.
Back to Giannis. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by New York. Hardaway for three. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Fears with it. Pocket 6. That misses, and he's 0 for 4. The Knicks lead by 3. Pass to Ayton. There's the triple. And Tim Hardaway Jr. with the 3. Hardaway's got 11 points.
That's number 2 for him from long range in the quarter. His 3rd overall.
It's tipped. Here's Murray Boyle. Here's Shed. From outside, off the mark. Bucks trail by 6. Pass to Green. Screen by Antetokounmpo. Off the run. That's tipped.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Ayton the screen. And here is Hardaway. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And so now a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Bucks trail by 6. And here is Curry. He's got 9. Curry gets it to go inside.
Great work inside by Curry there. So clever and composed in the paint.
Pass to Jokic. Back to Hield. Wide open look. Good on the bucket. Hield's got 5 points so far.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Curry. Curry crashes inside.
Stronger than he looks. Curry able to take the hit there and finish.
They set the pick. In the corner, it's Hield. Some nice passing by New York here. Here's Jokic. It's blocked. Now Messi. Off target at the rim.
He converts those at a high rate, but not that time.
Now here's Jokic. He's got 9. Hardaway with a wide open look. Hands it from downtown. Hardaway's got the lead up to 7 now for New York.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Knicks.
Their defense has been so aggressive right out of the gate, wasting no time shutting shooters down here with authority.
Tell you what, they have outworked the opposition and have capitalized on the putbacks, bagging their own groceries tonight, boys.
Here's Murray Boyle. Hield from outside. Bucks trail by 8. Here's Brown. Outside Curry. Beautiful stroke from Curry on the 3.
Huge night for Curry and a great rhythm thus far. That's always bad news for the team he's facing.
Pass to Jokic. The 15-footer. Over Messi. New York, no good that time either.
His shot's just, it's not there right now with his team leading. Perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Now here's Curry for the 3. And it's Jokic with the rebound.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game. He may not be the biggest center in the league, but he sure can jump.
And stolen by Caruso. Jokic on top. Over Messi. No good off the front iron.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Here's Wells. A three-pointer off the mark. New York leading by 7. Pass to Hardaway. Back to Jokic. inside Hardaway. Jokic a screen. Releases. And Hardaway gets it to go. Hardaway's got 16 points.
Boy, you could see it and feel it in his eyes at the start of this period. He is on a mission.
Here's Wells. Plays it up and banks it in. Wells has got his second bucket of the night.
You don't necessarily count on Brown for ball movement, but he's an unselfish player, and if he sees you open, you better be ready for it.
Pass to Jokic. Milwaukee with the rebound.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
It's good from long range. Now just a 4-point Knicks lead.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Milwaukee making a switch here. And so here is New York. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. From the arc, Wells grabs the miss.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Giannis inside. 14 points for him. And it's another Milwaukee shot right there going in.
When it comes to stuffing the stat sheet, Antetokounmpo does it very well in just about every category. But his greatest strength is he's a dominant scorer.
Jokic high post. 6 on the shot clock. Looking to get back on track here. And he comes up with the deuce. Jokic has got 12.
In terms of scoring, he hadn't done much of it. Just 1 of 7 this quarter.
And here's Giannis from outside. It's rebounded by New York. .124 left to play here in the second quarter. Jokic lets it fly from outside.
And Jokic provides shooting for this team. He's the definition of a stretch 5.
Spins. It's to Curry. And here is Wells. Back to Curry. Jacks up a 3. Rebounded by Hardaway. New York leading by 7. Pass to Highsmith. Latrey. That drops and it comes off the assist from Hardaway.
How can we forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Here's Curry driving to the basket. Shot number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
He is in a groove. You can tell he's playing with a lot of confidence.
Here's Highsmith. Pass to Jokic. Over onto Antetokounmpo. Jokic, no good.
That's the plan defensively. Can't give him an inch of breathing room. Keep that space tight.
And so it's New York in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And we'll be right back after this. And we welcome you back to Game 4 on 2K Sports. So it's the Knicks now. 8-point game. Pass to Hardaway. Jokic inside. Things getting physical, but Jokic hammers it out and wins.
Jokic just shrugging off the contact. Made that shot look a lot easier than it really was.
They grabbed their own miss. He gets it in there. Giannis has got 18 points.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You've got to work harder on the glass.
First team foul.
Milwaukee on D, trailing here by 8. Here's Jokic, and there's another one for the Knicks.
I don't know if this is one of Jokic's preferred spots, but his smooth stroke allows him to cash in from anywhere.
Antetokounmpo inside. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
The Knicks leading by 7. Over to the left wing. Hardaway, no good. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Boy, for such a young player, the razor-sharp focus of Antetokounmpo is really impressive. I mean, a muscular guy who still makes baskets despite getting hit in the process. He's not wide, but he is muscular.
Here's Jokic. Rebounded by the Bucks.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the Heat.
He dialed that one up from long distance. Curry's got 21.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
2 points. That one goes.
It's been a good night for him overall and a good night for this team.
Bucks trail by 4. Left side, Antetokounmpo. It's to Wells. A 3. And it's Murray Boyles with the rebound. Out to the right wing. Back to Jokic. Beyond the arc. The putback. The second chance effort. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. 6 to shoot. Here's Murray Boyles. And the shot no good. A bit short. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Mr. Curry. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And Curry's really a master at drawing contact. The defense has to be careful when defending.
Come on, he'll shoot 3.
And he's good on the second. And the Bucks making a change here. And he makes all 3.
Boy, how consistently good Steph's been over the course of his career. Really remarkable. What a teammate, what a leader, what a player.
Jokic a screen. Here's Spencer. Drops in the tray. Spencer's got 11.
You cannot leave him alone like that, especially from long range.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. Down low, inside. Giannis drops it in.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up. This is his second trip to the line in this one.
You know, what makes Jokic truly exceptional in my mind is the versatility. You know, he's a really good passer, and that to me is a tremendous distinction, not to mention how he scores and does the other stuff he does out there.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
The Knicks leading by 5. Pass to Jokic. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock. Jokic has got 24 points.
That high release of the Joker, you're defending it. You better stay home.
Out to Johnson. Fires from the corner. And another basket for Milwaukee. Smart accurate passes, Greg, are really paying off for them at the moment.
And also good off-ball movement. Everyone is paying attention and looking to create the best shot for the team.
Bucks trail by 5. Back to Curry. Caruso with the steal. Pass to Jokic. Jokic draws the double. Here's Finney-Smith. Clock at 6. Goes up with it. Caruso. Rebound, Milwaukee. Knocks it loose. Jokic with the steal. Down low. Here's Highsmith. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Highsmith, he got his second basket of the night. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for New York.
I like their defense today, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
They're very fresh, but also at the defensive end, how about the way they've been able to deny shot opportunities? Just tearing the opposition up in terms of denials.
And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. 7-point differential. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Here's Shed. Nothing on the board. Spencer's shot is off. On the wing, Thompson. They kick it out to Green. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
Something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Yeah, they've had a great second half from long range. I mean, things are definitely starting to look up for them.
Jokic with the steal. New York moving it around. Pass to Spencer. Here's Shed. Now Jokic down to 5 on the shot clock. New York needs to get off the shot. Cranes the three while he's being fouled, and he might be able to make this a 4-point play.
And that's a sweet dime from Jokic. He's always had good vision, and it only seems to get better every year.
On the wing, Thompson. And a miss there on the triple.
Tough to hit that shot when the D is all over you like that.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Giannis says, "Get off me."
He's trying to carry them back into this game. He's absolutely feeling it this quarter.
Pass to Jokic. Here's Shed. For 3. Drills the three-pointer. Shed's got his first 3 points of the game.
Hit works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely great. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Pass to Jokic. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Bucks trail by 10. Here's Fears. Now here's Thompson. Pass to Fear. Right side out of the Kumbo. And the rebound goes to the Knicks.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And it's Jokic missing.
Take what's available. Use the fadeaway when the defender's there on you.
Thompson outside. Fires from deep. Good on the three-point shot. Thompson's got it back down to single digits for Milwaukee.
I really believe we can go ahead now and lock Klay Thompson in on the short list of the greatest pull-up shooters in the NBA. And we might be talking the all-time list here.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
You know, the only way that's going to turn around defensively is by stopping the outside shot, not getting into a shootout. They're not going to out-shoot out this team.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Astonagi. Now, here's Jokic. Covered by Giannis. Caruso. Good, and the assist goes to Jokic. Caruso's got the lead up to 11 now for the Knicks. Now, Giannis. Lays it up off the glass. Giannis has got 13 points in just this quarter.
He's had an amazing quarter, and they're still trailing. Hard to believe that.
And stolen by Thompson. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. And to the Kumbo. Shot's good.
And their outside game is simply evaporated here in the second half. Not a lot of great looks from deep.
Astonagi. And it's Jokic in the corner. .149 left in the third quarter of the game. A well-timed shot fake got the defender off the ground right there.
Boy, he's been a monster this quarter. Carrying the load for sure.
Nice shot by Fears.
That's a shot defenses are going to let Fears take. So the rookie making those will be a benefit.
Pass to Jokic. Here's Shed. Back to Jokic. Rebound, Milwaukee. Here's Fear. It's deflected. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust.
Substitution on the court.
1:03 left here in the third quarter. And it's good, 2 points.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for them, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Green by Antetokounmpo. Nice move. And he lays it up and in. Now just a 2-point Knicks lead.
Another night we see Giannis at his best. This defense doesn't have a clue as to how to guard it.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Ayton. Got a hand on it. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here. .15 seconds left in the third. A nice shot by Spencer.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, don't give them another possession here.
Fears with it. And here's Green outside. The third quarter comes to a close. New York ahead, up 4. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. And we're back for more exciting action from the Eastern Conference semifinals. So it's the Bucks now, trailing by 4. Here's Brown, and it's Ayton with the rebound. Outside Hardaway, fires the 3. It doesn't go for him. Bucks trail by 4. Pass to Curry. Back to Green. Now Curry. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Curry's got 27.
And with that 3, his second of the half, he's equaled his total from before the break.
Here's Ayton. And Brown pulls it down. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. And the foul called on Tim Hardaway Jr. And that'll be his third foul so far.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there. And really a tough break for the D.
No problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Here's Curry. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
You got to be careful how you guard Curry. Because he's so skilled with the ball and as a shooter, he's able to figure out ways to draw fouls.
And the Knicks making a change here. And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. And so Caruso will bring up the ball for the New York Knicks. Pass to Jokic. Outside Hardaway. New York, no good that time either.
And so much for repeating the three-point barrage put on in the first half. Nothing here in the second.
Hits it from three-point range.
That's Curry's game. I mean, you can't give him a sliver of daylight out there.
Pass to Jokic. Out to Hardaway. Looking to end the run. He takes it up and lays it in. Hardaway has got 20.
And that's right in his wheelhouse. Looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
And Curry has it in the corner. 5 to shoot. Shoots over Caruso. Here's Nisi. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Caruso looking for an opening. Pass to Jokic. A 3-ball. Green with the rebound.
But still, eventually, you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down.
Outside Curry. And there are the Bucks with another bucket.
And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half, and they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
I tell you what, any team will take that. I mean, if you're shooting over 50%, it means you're getting the kind of looks you want on offense, and you're being smart about it, and you're knocking down the good shots that you get.
And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here.
Keep it up.
Milwaukee making a switch. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Doc Rivers' huddle. He pleaded with his guys to keep their emotions in check, saying, you're battling right now. Continue to play smart. Don't try to be a hero out there. Play for one another. Guys, let's see what happens.
We appreciate it, Allie. Thank you.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Outside Hardaway. Back to Caruso. Inside. Here's Jokic.
Hey, night in and night out, Jokic is taking and relishing the contact.
Second team foul.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far from Milwaukee?
Credit them for not settling. I mean, they've been in attack mode off the dribble all game long, and thus far, it's paying off.
Boy, they showed no hesitation on the mid-range game as well. I thought that was really a big key for them.
Back to Giannis. Here's the screen. Here's Curry. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist. Curry's got 39.
He's been terrific offensively. You can bet they'll feed him down the stretch. That's for sure.
And here's Jokic outside. Kept alive. No good that time. Milwaukee leading by 6. Pass to Nisi. This one for 3. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
And it's been this way all night. When Steph gets going, amazing things can happen.
In the corner, Hardaway with it. Here's Murray Boyle. Covered by Giannis. Back to Hardaway. There's a good screen. New York, no good that time either.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Lets it go with a 3. And that's good. Stephen Curry for 3.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
They look pretty demoralized to me, and that always shows through at the defensive end first.
Here's Hardaway. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
He's having a tough quarter scoring the basketball and able to help them close this gap.
And here's Giannis. Can he keep it going? Rebounded by Hardaway. Knicks trail by 12. Pass to Jokic. To stop the drought. And Tim Hardaway Jr. for 3. Hardaway's got 5 points now in the quarter.
This guy is simply having a great game from outside.
To the left side wing. And here is Wells. Out to Thompson. Now Curry. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Curry's got 47 points.
The defense has just been unable to slow him down. Wow, what a game.
Oh, Jokic powering inside.
Leading him right to the basket with a tremendous pass. Really good execution there.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle them up right away. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Pass to Curry. Back to Giannis. Shot clock at 6. Shot from 12. And he hits the jump shot. Giannis has got 35.
You know, Giannis wants to get a few steps closer, but he's worked really hard to make this mid-range shot more consistent.
Here's Jokic. from outside the arc. Rebounded by the Bucks.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Knicks trailed by 11. And Stephen Curry with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
13 foul.
Now, here's Jokic. Here's Hardaway. Back to Jokic. Shoots over Wells. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper. Bucks leading by 11. Pass to Brown. Back to Wells. Now Brown. Clock at 4. Shoots over Caruso. Curry shot is off. Jokic with it. Healed from outside. Offensive rebound. On the wing, Healed. No good from 3.
You know he wants that one back, right in his wheelhouse.
Antetokounmpo outside. Curry deciding where to go with it. From deep. Jokic with the rebound. Knicks trailed by 11. Healed. Shoots the 3. 3. Good.
He was free to fire at his leisure there. Not much resistance.
And here's Curry who brings it up to the ball. They've held a 12-point lead early. Going to work down low.
The ball handling of Steph is sometimes undervalued. I mean, he's much more than a shooter. This guy has mad skills as a handler.
And here's Jokic. Beyond the arc. It's off.
It pains me to say it, but he's hurting his team right now. Apparently, he still has the green light because he's jacking it up.
Now Healed. Outside Caruso. Now Jokic. Healed fires. Rebounded by Antetokounmpo.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Stephen Curry. 18 feet out. Count it.
Yeah, bucket by bucket, the legend of Steph Curry continues to grow.
Now Jokic. Outside Healed. Here's Jokic. That free throw, no good. And the second free throw, good.
Yeah, he cuts the deficit a little bit, but not as much as he could have. One miss can make a big difference. And entering the final countdown, Game 4 effectively decided here, guys. This is just a tremendous accomplishment for the Bucks.
And they're fully in control now, but there were some tense moments I thought for them throughout this game.
Listen, they certainly weren't coasting despite what the score looks like. I love the way they came together, though. When everything started to look a little dire, they really put the hammer down.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
He did all the dirty work that they needed, clearing out space underneath and securing rebounds.
The shot is off. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Now Brown. And here is Wells. For 3. Jokic pulls it down. So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. And now they're sitting on a commanding 3-1 lead. They've grabbed this series by the throat, Greg.
And Kevin, I don't think they're going to let it go. You can see the determination they had tonight. They don't want to drag this series out. They want to get this